What's good, people? At the time of this voice recording, it's a Friday. So if it ain't Friday for you, don't worry, it's on the way. And if it is Friday for you, well, happy Friday. For me, however, I tend to get my videos done and out the way as early as possible, so that way I can go outside and touch grass. Speaking of grass, oh look, we're on FJELLKUNTEN. And it's also nighttime. And I got a rifle. Folks, sometimes I try to stay away from the M82 on FJELLKUNTEN because, you know, rifles and glint. And sometimes I want to, I don't know, maybe a bugle, maybe an M4A1. If I'm feeling a bit skillful, I'll take out an A74. Not saying the A74 is bad, but, you know, that weapon, if you aim right, can take out somebody in a hit. I mean, sure, so can the other ARs, but it's a matter of feeling, if you will. Like taking out somebody with something green and then picking up something gold, yeah, you can't beat that feeling. Well, actually, you might can with this feeling. The feeling in question is pulling off a nice one hit, one kill on somebody. And if this guy actually wore some headphones, I'd be dead. Because he was right next to me and I didn't hear him walking up until he walked up. And wait a minute, ain't the tower right behind me? Okay, so somebody's down here too, cool. And then the tower goes off, again, cool. I'm just gonna load my weapon and look down there and I don't see anybody until right now. Did you see the second guy? If you didn't, then don't worry, I did. Folks, in a kind of scenario like those, when you see two people, but they don't see each other, but you see the both of them, it's always important to figure out who is the bigger threat. But if you can't figure that out, then you take out the guy who's going to get away. Because a guy that gets away is the guy you got to worry about later on. Makes sense, right? Now, the guy that got away is last seen, or was last seen, walking up the hill. So you see, I'm torn between two places visually. There's a whole gunfight, a fierce gunfight in front of me, and I last seen a guy in this direction. And I get a bit happy because I think I see him right here, but nope, I don't. And that gunfight in front of me, well, it stopped. But that don't mean the guy that did cause the gunfight is leaving. Because no, he's right there, right next to the container. So we got one guy that I haven't seen. Oh wait, one guy that I've seen and lost track of, and another dude right in front of me. But who's to say that they're not the same person? But judging by how this guy has an M4A1, he would shoot. And oh look, an entirely different person. Right here. So I got three people in front of me. A guy that's shooting with a bolt action rifle. A guy with an M4A1 shooting back at a guy with a bolt action rifle. And this man, who's right in front of me. Okay, that's three people. How do I go about this? Well, you sit back and you watch them and see if one of them's going to mess up. That's the plan. But how can I plan that when I lose track of all three people, visually and audibly? You kind of just gotta go with the flow, and be hopeful that you're nearby whenever something happens. Now, like I said, three people. And to my knowledge, a max of about 4 people spawn on this side of the map. And when I say this side, I mean from the lookout to my left, like that area. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking up here. Don't see any glint. For now, I should be okay. I pushed forward a bit deeper because we did hear a grenade and boom, some more M4A1 shots. So the guy's clearly not dead. And the guy he's shooting at is also clearly not dead. But what about the third guy? You know, the guy that I seen on the hill behind me? I don't know where he went. Maybe he got shot at and killed. But I'm right here, and I don't see anybody. Besides that guy. And you know what? I caught that in the nick of time. Because he was about a half second, if not a second away from spotting me. And speaking of getting spotted, I get detected. And let me say this, getting spotted and getting detected are 2 different things. Spot is with your eyes, detect is with a game mechanic. 2 completely different things. Now I'm going to take a risk here. I'm just going to loot. And this man had a bugle and an M4A1. The kind of guys that you don't want to shoot at and miss. The kind of guys you want to take out in 1 hit to ensure that you can go on about your day. Virtually. In the game. Now, back to the fact that I get ported. Why would I get ported? The container is open. There's nothing over here. Well, until there is a...
yourself as a killer, but will you stay alive when others know where you are?
People, that gave me a little bit of anxiety because he knows I'm there. He ported me, so he knows what direction I'm coming from. And then when I didn't kill him with the bugle initially, I'm like, shit. He's behind a rock. I'm behind a house. There is open space, no cover to my left and to my right. If I go right, he's going to be deeper in cover as I'm behind a house. If I go left...
The plane is near. Get ready for the airdrop.
If I go left, then I'll be in the open directly in front of him. I just gotta hope and pray that he misses. Well, he did miss. But also there's still the caveat of, yes, I'm behind this rock, but now I have an even tighter window. I was shooting this man and taking him out. So the best thing I can do in that point was to make him shoot and then try to get him while he's rechambering his bullet. You know, bolt action rifle. And plus, in this game, which is a weird behind game mechanic, when you're rechambering your round or putting a bullet back in the damn receiver, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, you're open and you're vulnerable. And you're also stationary when you're prone. I had to make him miss so I can actually take time and aim. I can't teach you everything, people. I can't. I can only show you what I do. And I'm not saying I'm the best player in the world, because I'm really not. I died twice yesterday. So, look, all I can say is, just watch, and you might pick up a thing or two. I don't know what to tell you. So, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.